welcome. Today guys, I'm going to be making some sweet dinner rolls for you all, and I already have another recipe for dinner rolls, so I'll leave that as an end card at the end of this video, so look out for that. So to make this, you'll need bread flour, and I'm using the King Arthur's brand. If you can't find that, you can use any type of bread flour, or you can use all-purpose flour. Sugar, wheat gluten, which is optional. I always like putting some when I make bread. Salt, yeast, eggs, softened butter, warm milk. So to make the dinner rolls, I'm going to start by placing the milk in this big bowl, and the milk is lukewarm. To the milk, I'm going to add in the sugar. I'm just going to give this a mix just to help that sugar dissolve a little bit. Now I'm going to sprinkle in the yeast. So you want to just whisk this in, and we're going to wait 10 minutes just to help the yeast bloom a little. And I'm using dry active yeast, and all I use dry active yeast, I still do this method because I find it works best for me. But you didn't have to bloom the yeast if you're using dry active. Okay, while I'm waiting on that yeast, I'm going to add the salt to the flour and the wheat gluten and give that a mix to combine. Okay, after the yeast gets foamy for that 10 minutes, you're going to add in the eggs. And you're just going to whisk that in. You want to break up the eggs and add in the melted butter. Mix everything to combine. Now we're going to add in the flour a little at a time, and we're going to whisk that in until it comes together to form a dough. Okay, see how that dough has come together, and it's still pretty soft at this point. So what I'm going to do is, I left back half a cup of dry flour here. I'm going to place this onto my surface, and I'm going to use this to finish knead the dough. So you just want to turn the dough out onto the dry flour. Okay, now I'm going to knead the dry flour into the dough. And you pull it, and then you push it back, and you pull it, and you push it back, and you turn the dough as you're working with it. So I'm going to work this dough until all the dry flour comes together and there's no more dry flour. Now that all of that dry flour has been absorbed or kneaded into the dough, you're going to knead this again, continue kneading it for 5 minutes. Now, I just want to tell you guys that if when you put your dough together and it's not sticky and you still have a lot of dry flour, then you can discard that as long as your dough isn't sticky anymore. So you don't have to put the extra half of the cup that remained. All you want to do is just to get it like this. It's going to be slightly tacky, but you don't want it to be over sticky. So I'm just going to knead this until it's smooth for that 5 minutes, and then we'll put this to proof. Okay, when you're finished kneading, form it into a ball, and you're going to place it into a grease bowl. Just turn it over in that bowl, because as this is rising, we don't want it to stick to the plastic wrap or to the sides of the bowl too much. And you're going to cover this with plastic wrap, and you're going to place it in a warm place. And place it in your oven, and what you would do is put a glass of boiling hot water in the oven together with this, and it's the boiling water is going to keep that oven nice and warm and help the dough to proof faster. Okay, so it's been 45 minutes and the dough has doubled in size. You see how beautiful it looks? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly flour my work surface and turn this dough out onto the surface. Okay, you just want to punch down on the dough slightly, even it out. And now you're going to divide this into how many dough balls you would like. Okay, once you've cut your pieces, you're going to take a grease cookie tray, and you're going to take a piece of your dough and you're going to form it into a dough ball by pulling the ends together. And placing it seam side down on your baking tray. So I'm going to finish put all of these together, form them into the dough balls, and then I'll see you guys back in a little. Okay, so I got 15 dinner rolls in all, and as I said, you can make these whatever size you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap, and I just grease the plastic wrap that's going to touch the dough slightly, because as it's proofing again and it's going to double in size, you don't want it to stick to the plastic wrap. I'm going to place these back again into my oven because that's very nice and warm since we put that hot water in there. It's been 15 minutes since these went into the oven to proof. Now I need to take them out so that I can put the oven to preheat at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the oven comes up to temperature, the buns will be nice and risen, and then we'll put them in to bake. Okay, so the oven is almost up to temp. I'm going to remove the plastic wrap. And here I have an egg wash, which is just one egg with about a tablespoon of water, and you beat that to create an egg wash, or you can use milk if you want. And I'm going to take the egg wash and I'm going to lightly brush it on the tops of the buns, and you want to be very gentle because you don't want to deflate the buns. Okay, now this goes into my preheated oven, 350 degrees for about 30 to 45 minutes. It depends on how big you make these. The bigger you make it, the longer it's going to take. So you want to make sure they're nice and golden brown and they're cooked all the way through. Okay, so the dinner rolls just came out of the oven. They're piping hot at this time. And I just want them to cool slightly before I can go in and show you guys what they look like. They're really, really hot. So as soon as they cool down, I'll show you guys. So guys, the rolls just cooled down. I just want to show you guys. Look how super, super soft these rolls are. So I'm just gonna pull one apart so you all can see. You'll see how soft. It's so soft. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this recipe, and I'm so excited for you all to try this. If you wanted to gild the lily and put some melted butter as it's hot all over it, that will be even better. So if you guys make this recipe, let me know down below if you like it. As you can see, it's super soft. Oh my gosh, let me just break into one. It's still hot on the inside. You see how fluffy that is? Oh my gosh. Can't wait to put some butter on this and eat it. So guys, if you make it, let me know what you think. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all another day with another one of my recipes. Enjoy!